Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm just going to wait about 30 seconds or a little bit more, and then we will get started. And if you cannot hear me, please let me know once we get started. Definitely want to make sure everyone can hear me. So we'll get started in just a couple seconds. Okay, so this is recording, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I just want to first start out by welcoming everyone, and I think a lot of people are going to be listening to the recording, which is fine. I know it's hard to reach everyone. I know people sign up all over the U.S., so we're all on different time zones. But I just want to welcome you, and whether you're listening live or on the recording, I just want you to know that there might be a delay. So if you do type me a message in the chat, then I think there's like a 30-second or so delay. So if it takes me a little bit, or even if I'm in the middle of the presentation and I don't see it right away, I'll try to get back to any questions that there are at the end of the presentation, or feel free to email me if you'd like more information as well. So I just want to get started here. This is Eat Clean and Feel Healthy for a Lifetime. And I'm glad you're all here tonight because I have some amazing information to share with you about clean eating. And I want to just quickly tell you the reason that I created this webinar. So we all know there's a lot of hype and myth and misconceptions around dieting. It's such a controversial issue, and there's information everywhere trying to find what the perfect program is. And let's face it, we live in a world of information, and you can basically Google any subject or buy any book and just be very overwhelmed and overloaded with information. But for many people, just with all the diet books, the TV shows, and Googling of information, it leads people to become confused about what in the world should I be eating. So there's also many supplements out there and expensive programs, equipment that is aimed at folks who have awareness around healthy eating, who want to do something, but who don't just have the right kind of information to make an informed decision. So I'm planning to kick off this evening with some great information about clean eating, eating for energy, and how to never diet again. So I first want to introduce myself. My name is Courtney Fulton. I am an American Council on Exercise certified health coach, and I'm currently attending one of the world's largest nutrition schools. It's called the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. So I'm learning so much information at Integrative Nutrition. It's amazing. I have access to so many health coaches, and it's just great to use both for my own health and also to share with others. So that's my true passion, is sharing health and wellness and nutrition with others and helping them find their goals and reach their goals. So just a quick story about me to give you an idea of some things that I've gone through on my journey to find my way of eating. About 2 years ago, I found out I was suffering from adrenal fatigue, and adrenal fatigue is basically just a collection of signs and symptoms known as the syndrome, which results when the adrenal glands function below the necessary level. So you might wonder how someone gets adrenal fatigue. I had no idea what in the world this was when I first went to the doctor and found out about it. But there are many reasons. For me, it was basically just training and racing for years and years. I do triathlons and marathons, and I was just not giving my body a long rest that it truly needed, and I wasn't fueling my body properly as well. So I'm huge with the triathlon and running community, and I know that a lot of people, and myself included, I had the mentality of, I can eat this, I can eat whatever I want. I'm just going to burn it off, and and run it off or work it off the next day. So just it obviously takes a lot of time to train for these sorts of endurance activities, and I was on the run a lot. I was just grabbing and going, eating a lot of processed foods, unfortunately, and it did catch up with me. So since endurance running has always been a part of my life, I put my body through a lot of stress. So I've been doing this for over 14 years. So don't get me wrong, endurance training and racing is a huge passion of mine, and it will always be a part of my life. I just took it to the extreme and didn't let my body get the proper recovery and rest that it needed. So 14 years is a very long time to put stress on the body. I was feeling tired all the time. I had trouble getting up in the morning. Even when I went to bed at a reasonable hour, I just felt run down all the time, overwhelmed, anxious a lot of times for no reason, and just stressed. I suffered from allergies, and I had difficulty bouncing back from stress or illness. So when I would get a cold, they would last for several weeks or even turn into bronchitis, just because my body was just under so much stress. And sometimes even at lunch, I would take a nap in my car over the lunch hour, which is crazy. So when that happened, and finally I was just like, I'm tired of feeling like this. I knew this was not the way I wanted to live, and I went searching for help. So to make a long story short, I ended up meeting with a wellness-oriented doctor who specializes in adrenal fatigue and acupressure. She met with me. I met her at it just happened by chance. A friend invited me to a Eat Clean and a Process World seminar. She knew that I was looking for more of this type of information, and even with my health promotion, I have a master's in health promotion, and I've gone through nutrition classes. We weren't really taught the holistic side of things, and of course the government, they have a lot of things out there in our ingredients that really aren't the healthiest for us, and there's mixed messages. So I've been learning more about the holistic part of nutrition and what we really are putting into our bodies. So the doctor put me on a 14-day detox, or a clean eating program, I like to call it. I named my program Clean Eating because detox tends to scare people away, but I'll explain more about that in a little bit. So during these 2 weeks, I cut out sugar, gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol. And during this time, I learned how to detox my body. So I did cut out the sugar, reduce my cravings, added in more superfoods that I didn't have in my diet, and I became more in tune with eating whole, real foods. So I gave the insides of my cabinets and refrigerator a complete overhaul, and eventually, guess what? I started sleeping through the night. I was getting 8 hours of sleep. I stopped having the 3 o'clock sugar crashes. My energy levels went up. My allergies improved, and I just felt like a whole new person. So the old adage, you are what you eat, I believe that is so true. My mind felt clearer, my body felt clean, and in turn I just became a happier, more positive person. I felt rejuvenated, and I had no idea what adrenal fatigue was until I went through this clean eating program. So along the process, I found what worked for me and continue to eat that way today. I don't eat as strict as the 7 days, as the 14 days that I went through the program, but I typically do like a more 80% clean diet. And then, of course, we're human. We indulge in some of our favorite things. We just keep it in moderation and go back to our healthy eating habits. So the program just opened my eyes to a whole new way of thinking about nutrition and to basically the way I live my life. So that's why today I'm educated about the food that works for my body, and that happened when I became a health coach, learning more about holistic nutrition. And this is why I created this program that works for all body types. It's called Bioindividuality, and that is something that we learn in school, where one person's food may be another person's poison. And what that means is just there's not just one set diet that works for everyone. It's all about finding what works for you, your bioindividuality. So I learned to think of food as fuel, and we all need to plan, especially when it comes to our busy lives. So planning is a huge part of trying to keep up with the healthy habits. So this workshop is for you if you desire more energy, you're looking for more happiness, you want to ditch that diet mentality, you want better focus, Maybe you want better digestion. You've got some digestion or inflammation issues. Want to lose a few extra pounds. You're looking to sleep through the night, have better sleep. And maybe you're just sick and tired of buying book after book and searching for that perfect diet plan while never really gaining the sustainable results. So why diets don't work? This is the secret. What works is clean eating and eating for energy. So the majority of diets are based on extreme measures such as restrictive calories and do not consider your unique needs. So again, talking about that bio-individuality, what works for you. A lot of the restrictive diets cut calories way too low to be. You may lose weight at first, but it's just not something that you can continue with for a long period of time. You want to make lifestyle changes. And few diets educate people about the importance of how to keep your blood sugar balanced, which is very important, improving digestion, and basically just balancing your overall health. So what are your top health goals? Think about this right now. I want you to just take a second and think about for yourself, what are your top 1 or 2 health goals? Now you've got those in mind. I want you to tap into that place of desiring to achieve them. So maybe you're wanting to lose weight for the long term, increase your energy, reduce sugar cravings or salt cravings. Maybe it's to improve your fitness or even add an exercise routine into your life. Strengthen your immune system, which is so important with the summer ending and the fall coming up, and trying to reduce the inflammation in our bodies, which wreaks havoc and causes disease in the long term if we don't do something about it. So if something is going on in our bodies, for example, acne or bad digestion, heartburn, that's a key that something is out of balance in our body and something you want to really tune into. And a couple other, maybe your goals are to sleep better, have better skin, or even reduce food allergies. So these are the facts on weight loss and why diets do not work. 30% of Americans are trying to lose weight. Another 30% are trying to maintain weight. And 2/3 who lose weight on diets gain it back within 1 year. Finally, 98% of dieters gain their weight back and more within 2 years. So, you know that if you don't make it a lifestyle habit and really find what works for you, these are the statistics and what happens. So when the body does not have the right fuel, unfortunately, we end up crashing and burning. What I realized after all those years of training hard and not nourishing my body with the proper nutrients was that I destroyed my digestion, which led to all kinds of issues. I mentioned some of them earlier, but again, some of them I experienced was I felt tired. I might have looked healthy, but I was exhausted all the time. I had heartburn. I was putting all of these different drinks and gels in my body, trying to keep my body going through a lot of my endurance activities. And I've since learned some healthier, cleaner options to use while training, besides just eating throughout the day. I had weak digestion, which led to bloat and just like a blah feeling. And my immune system was weak, so I caught colds all the time, and it just seemed like they lasted for periods of time. I had anxiety, and I didn't realize that there were certain foods that were depleting my serotonin levels. And then finally I had poor sleep. I'm sure some of you on this call have experienced your own version of the same thing. So how frustrating is that? You just want to do something about it. Your brain and body deserve to be fueled and not inflamed. So there is a solution. And habits form over time, and they do not happen overnight. Unfortunately, in this society, a lot of times, everyone just wants a quick fix. You want it to happen now. Well, I'm here to tell you that the solution is not a quick fix. With the program that I have, I teach you how to make small changes for long-term results and how to create those lifelong healthy habits. By giving your body the right fuel, you achieve the balance needed to thrive and just feel great. Food has the ability to change every aspect of your life, your body, and your mind. So you truly are what you eat. So when you eat the right foods, you will lose weight. You'll lose 4 to 5 pounds around the waist, and it's just a lot of that is I talk about inflammation, and we have so much. If we don't do a detox every once in a while or eat clean, our body stores those toxins, and we get that bloat feeling, and that's when we start to gain weight. So you'll feel satisfied, ditch the cravings, sleep better, have more energy, strengthen your immune system, reduce inflammation, and have great skin. So why is eating clean important? And I just want to read this off the slide because it's just something great to take away from this presentation. Our bodies become a wasteland of all the processed foods that we put in our body. The alcohol, sugars, toxins we consume, even the air we breathe, we can't help it. There's just toxins in the air that we breathe, and often we don't even know it. So what happens is these toxins disrupt the pH balance in our bodies, and this is what causes that pain and inflammation, that bloated face and hands, the acne, painful joints, and those types of things. And that's when the digestive issues occur. And if it's not attended to, disease is what will be the long-term effect. So the reason a seasonal cleanse is good for our bodies is because it clears the channels of the body of toxins that may have built up over the previous season. So the benefits of eating clean to reduce the inflammation is if you're struggling with allergies or sinus problems, you've got constant sickness, low immunity, weight gain, poor sleep, and maybe even mood swings, it's time to detox your body and give it a break so it can refresh and rebuild. So detox will help you lose weight, balance your sugar levels, have the clear skin, get better sleep, improve your digestion, decrease your inflammation, and boost your immune system. It'll balance your moods and so much more. So you might be thinking to yourself, I know I've talked about my program a little bit, is just how is this different? So as I mentioned earlier, I named this program Clean Eating Program because essentially that's what I want people to really take away from this program. Once you take things out of your diet and you add them back in, you find out what works for you and you keep your healthy habits. So the word detox brings in mind images of deprivation or dieting, and I don't like that, but just so you know what detox is, it's not extreme. So this program is far from extreme. It uses whole foods to help you naturally, safely, and effectively cleanse your body of toxins. You'll be introduced to simple detox tools that don't take much time or energy to implement, and we'll be looking at all areas of your life, physical and emotional. So the foods you put in your body have a direct correlation to your happiness, your health, and your digestion. And when I speak of inflammation in plain and simple terms, I'm talking about weight gain. So this program is your opportunity to say goodbye to the diet books, the eat this, not that mentality, the TV shows, or whatever the current fad diet is that promise you weight loss cures that never work. At least they don't for the long term. So with this program, you will finally be given an opportunity to learn what foods are right for your unique body. Again, that bio-individuality. And I do have a solution for you. So the Institute for Integrative Nutrition is totally changing my life. I decided to specialize in clean eating in my practice and focus on helping people really heal their bodies and health ailments from the gut. So a lot of disease starts from the gut. This in turn helps with the different signs and symptoms I have mentioned before, helps with weight loss and regaining your energy, reducing stress, and the impact stress has on our body. Sometimes we don't even realize how stressed we are because we're just so used to functioning that way. So this has led me to offer this amazing program. So I mentioned I have a lot of access to many, many health coaches in this program now, and even people who have grads who have gone through the program and who are have done very well with their health coaching practice. And I've collaborated with with fellow holistic game changers to bring all these goodies to you in this program. Some of these coaches have collaborated with some top raw food chefs and detox specialists, so that's what has helped create this program. And let me tell you, this program has it all. I was so amazed going through it, and I'm actually going to do it myself, so I'm very excited to do this experience with everyone. So I will teach you how to cleanse your body naturally. I'll be giving you simple tools to do in the privacy of your home, and this will help support your liver and lymphatic system to cleanse. So the fall clean eating program is focusing on cleansing, cleaning out the liver. So some of the tools included, and if you don't know about these, the program, the information that you get for your pre-program will explain how to do these simple tools. So they include dry brushing, Epsom salt baths, ideas of essential oil use, and how to properly tongue scrape to remove toxins and bacteria from the tongue. So that might sound really strange. When I first heard about tongue scraping, I was like, what is this all about? But if you think about it, that's where a lot of the germs and everything going into our body lies. So you want to really clean that area and get rid of those, everything that's hanging out there. So you will be eating delicious foods, and we'll have over 60 tasty recipes to choose from. And I also have lots more recipes than that I will be sharing with my clients. And if you're doing it with the group that starts on the 22nd, I will be sharing tips, and since I will be going through the program, we'll all be going through it together. So we'll be sharing how we're feeling, how to maybe, if someone's experienced a headache or feeling tired, just really sharing those types of things and asking questions about some of the recipes as well. So nothing about this program will even remotely resemble any program you've done before. It's very, very comprehensive. And what to expect. So you'll definitely have enough calories every day to feel satisfied. There are delicious snacks and even desserts included in the recipe. So you'll be eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and even dessert if you so choose. And you'll learn how to discover if you indeed have a food allergy, and this is called the elimination process. So that happens by taking out the different types of foods that are causing havoc or inflammation in our bodies, and then you will reintroduce foods at the end of the program. Sometimes people say that they feel so great that maybe if they've taken out gluten or dairy, they don't even want to introduce that back into the diet. So that's where I will help you and can discuss with you after the program how to reintroduce items into your diet and how to find out if something is causing you to not feel right with your body. This is one of the things that's so great about this program. It's separated out into 3 phases. So the first phase is the preparation phase, and as soon as anyone signs up for this, you are linked right to all of these documents. So the group program doesn't start until the 22nd. If you want to start as an individual, you just set that date with me, and I'll get your daily emails going to you on that started date. But during the 4-day preparation phase, this is when you'll be planning and preparing for the heart of the program. So you begin working on the tools in the success kit that comes with the program. Cleaning, detoxing the kitchen, what that means is just looking at what foods you currently have. You'll get a shopping list of food items that are suggested to that go along with the recipes. How to cut back on certain foods. So, for example, if someone is drinking 3 or 4 cups of coffee a day, if you go and start a 7-day program completely taking everything out, you're going to feel some side effects. I'm not going to lie. So this is why it's great. The program starts that day 1 with the prep phase. I have experience with this. When I started it was a 2-week program, and I completely cut everything out. I was drinking coffee and had gluten in my diet and a little bit more sugar, but I had headaches, I felt fatigue, and that's because I just did it all at once. So the phasing in is really going to help with some of those side effects that someone might experience, and it's different for everyone. So the prep phase is also to really get to know the program, get to know yourself with the program, and plan for the 11-day suggested meals by grocery shopping for the program. And if someone signs up in the next couple days, you definitely want to wait until a couple days before the program actually starts to make sure, because you'll be eating foods that will not last, not stay fresh for long periods of time, because there's no preservatives in them. Phase 2, that's the heart of the program, and that's the quote-unquote detox phase, when you start to learn about clean eating. So during the 7-day phase is when you will follow the 11-day suggested meals. And I say suggested meals. I'm not a dietitian. I just give you ideas of what to eat, and you'll get all of the success kit will give you ideas of what you should be taking out of your diet during those 7 days. And I will tell you they include sugar, caffeine, alcohol, gluten, and dairy. And then finally, when you're going into phase 3, that's the transition phase. And this is where you will gradually add foods back in. So it will be different for each individual. I'll be available on the Facebook group. I'll be available by email, and also I'll be giving 30-minute one-on-one sessions. And this is really to help you transition back into what works for you. So you'll be transitioning the foods back into your diet that weren't a part of the 7-day phase. And there's also recipes that go through this phase as well. So, you don't have to think about it. And I wanted to say, too, about the recipes. If there's something on the suggested list, you get a whole layout. So for for example, for the 7-day phase, it tells you which recipe you should be, or what is suggested for that day. If you don't like it, change it out. There's different documents that come with it where you can write out the different recipes that you prefer, rather than if you don't like the one that's on a certain day. You really want to find what you enjoy. Obviously, if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to stick with the program. So what's included? And this is a great picture that shows a lot of the items that's included. It does not include everything, so I just want to quick go over everything that's included. It's great. You've got the Fall Clean Eating Guide, and that's a step-by-step manual showing you how to detox in a safe and natural way. The recipe guide, as I mentioned, packed with over 60 scrumptious recipes, and these recipes were created for detox. So they're certain foods to add in, and even seasonal as well. So it will improve your digestion, decrease inflammation, and keep you satisfied. There's daily email support, and just like it sounds, I will email you daily to provide support and accountability. The 11-day guide with suggested meals. This is the guide that will help you stay on track and take the guesswork out of meals during the program. The 11 Days at a Glance guide, that's just a day-by-day overview of your entire program, with the easy-to-follow recipes are included in that as well, and it makes the journey as easy as 1, 2, 3. So this program, I made it so it's really simplified, so you don't have to do a lot of thinking. It's all laid out for you. Of course, you have to do the prep and that type of thing for the recipes, but they're easy recipes. The Ultimate Success Kit, it's a handy tool that has everything you need to make your clean eating success last a lifetime. Make it a lifestyle habit. Comes with a shopping list, and this is to make your trips to the supermarket very simple. You'll be spending a lot of time on the outside aisles of the grocery store. That's where all of the fresh items are, and not so much the aisles that are on the inside of the grocery store are typically the more processed foods. And you will get a food diary. So this is an amazing tool. It's not to track your calories, it's to track what you're putting in your body and also how you're feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally throughout the program. This is important because then when you're going into that transitional phase, you're going to be writing out how you feel when you add in certain foods. To grain or not to grain, that's just a handout to figure out if grains are right for you with this short and simple guide. There's going to be a private Facebook group, and even if you choose to do this as an individual, not with a group, you'll be added to that group because there'll be a lot of conversation going on in there. There'll be a lot of information, tips. That's where I'll post some handouts as well, and encourage everyone. And there's going to be a kickoff and wrap-up call. So there'll be about 50 minutes. They will be recorded if someone can't attend on the certain date. So for this first group that is starting on the 22nd, the first call will be on that night before, on Sunday, and that's just to really welcome everyone to the program, answer questions, and just make sure everyone's getting started on the right foot. And then the last one will be a day after, most likely the day after the 7-day heart of the program, to talk to you about how you're feeling and how to start implementing or start reintroducing some of these foods back into your diet. And then finally, I know I've been speaking with a few athletes, and there is an athlete-friendly guide. And what this does is shows recommendations for if you want to keep a sustained workout routine and keep your energy levels up. So it'll talk about making sure that you're eating enough food, the right foods, a couple of different drinks that will help you with recovery, and also what kind of protein that you should be eating. So I have personal experience with this. I actually did my 2-week program, the initial detox program, when I was starting my Ironman training. So I was doing my training. Since I did cut everything out right away, all at once, I did feel a little bit of headaches the first couple of days because I am a coffee drinker. Not a lot, but just taking everything out all at once kind of shocked my body. So that's why that pre-phase is so important. But I was able to, about 4 or 5 days later after I started the program, I was on the bike riding my 50-mile ride or whatever it was that weekend, and then an 11-mile run the next day. So the purpose of me telling you that is that you can still work out. I will work with those of you who are wanting to keep up with your fitness programs, and just so you know, it's going to be different for everyone. So the first couple days, I would definitely suggest a more lighter type of workout. Oops, I'm sorry. So, and then finally, I mentioned that I will give everyone who signs up for the program a free one-on-one 30-minute session at the end of the program to help you with that transitional phase, and to see if maybe you want some more guidance, if you want to work with me further, and we'll just figure out what's going on with you. And by the end of this program, you will know how to plan your own meals, take care of yourself, and just get rid of that diet mentality forever. You'll learn what foods work for you, and it sounds very exciting to me. That's why I'm doing it in my own program, and I'm just excited to be able to share with you this information tonight. So during this call, I think in the next few minutes, it should automatically pop up the anyone who's on this call, even if you're listening to the recording, will get a link to my Dropbox, which has my 3-day mini detox program, and that's just to give you an idea. It's a sample of what this type of program entails. So you should automatically get that link. And if you do not, for some reason, if this is a new system for me, so I'm still just learning about it, but if it doesn't pop up, I'll be emailing, I'll see that, and I'll be emailing everyone to make sure that they do get that. Also, I just wanted to share with you my website. So if you are interested in the program, that's my website there. And you might have the link pop up on your site or on your screen as well if you would like to click and go to that now. But it's wholewellnessforlife.com/landing/11-day-clean-eating. And that's going to give you all of the details that I just went over here. The program, you're probably wondering, everyone always wants to know how much it costs. It's only $97, and this is a great price. You're getting so much with this program. And like I said, just for being on this call, you're getting the 3-day mini detox e-guide as a bonus. But anyone who signs up early bird by Monday, September 15th, I'm also going to include bonus guides of 5 days sugar-free, and it also has information about every type of sugar that's out there. And then another bonus e-guide of 10 steps to living a positive life. So this comes with actually different things that you can do to look at other things that are going on in your life outside of the food you put in your body. So we call it in school primary nutrition. So it's just really looking and getting you in tune with things such as your relationships, your career, your spirituality, social life, those types of things. So there are normally different questions that I've been asked by people, and one other thing I wanted to mention is that when you do invest in programs such as this, think of it really as investing in your health. So you're learning how to attain your health and wellness goals, how to eat, to be healthy, to feel great, and to just live a happy, healthy life. So it's whenever I think about these types of programs and even exercising, those types of things, you're investing in your health. Think about, and you're saving money from prescriptions and doctor and medical bills on down the road if you don't really take care of yourself. So if anyone does have any questions, you can type it in the chat box. I'm going to see if I can see the chat box. Let's see here. But again, this will be recorded. If anyone has questions, please email me. I love talking to people about this. I love helping people. So don't be afraid to email me, Courtney at wholewellnessforlife.com. And then I wanted to just go over some of the questions that I have been asked. So one of the main ones is, will I be starving? No, not at all. So these recipes you'll be getting for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, room for snacks in between. This program is not about starvation or deprivation. We're not counting calories or dwelling on carbs, and the only reason you use that food or your journal is to write down what you're putting in your body and how you're feeling as well, because you really want to get in tune with with what you're putting in your body, how it makes you feel. So you're going to feel satisfied, and if you feel like you're getting hungry all the time, then you just need to add a little bit more food into your diet. Can I still work out during the program? Please work out during the program, as I mentioned earlier about my own experience with it. If you feel tired or have low energy, exercising can restore your strength and energy. So during this program, you will be eating protein and drinking plenty of liquid. So if you're already exercising, there's definitely no reason to stop. It's important to remember that whenever you do change the foods you eat, your body changes as well. So if there's any concerns, specific medical concerns, of course you always want to consult with your doctor. What sorts of proteins will I be eating? So there is the option for plant or animal-based protein. So basically it's listed out for you in your recipes and suggested meals. And there are many clean eating protein sources. So some of the lean animal-based proteins you want to make sure, especially when doing this program, and I do this whenever possible, but eat antibiotic, grass-fed, no hormones with your meats and eggs, those types of things, and they're going to be cleaner and healthier for the body. So am I only going to be drinking juices and smoothies? No way. So there are some juices and smoothies in the recipes for you to choose from, but you'll also be eating salads, soups, desserts. They're all delicious and nutritious, and they'll help eliminate toxins in your body in a safe and natural way. Do you have to take supplements, pills, and powders? No. The only supplement I recommend that everyone take on a daily basis is a probiotic, and I discuss that with everyone more once the program starts, and you'll learn why in the program. So those are the main questions that I have gotten. Let me make sure no one has a question. Oh, that's good. Can you drink red wine on the cleanse? For the 7 days, I would say no, because you definitely want to just keep the alcohol out of your diet, because even red wine, even though it does have some heart health benefits, the alcohol can cause inflammation. So for those 7 days, if you do drink some wine, phase it out in that first free phase. But then for the 7 days, try to stay away from it. Good question. Any other questions from anyone before I sign off? And I'm going to wait a couple seconds because I know there's a delay in the chat. Okay, so I don't think there's any other questions, but I just want to thank you again. I really appreciate all of you taking the time out of your evening. I know we all have busy lives, so we'll actually get done with this in 45 minutes. That's what I was hoping for. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you decide to sign up for the program, then you do it before the 15th, you'll get those extra bonus guides. You'll get your information as soon as you sign up. And again, any questions, let me know. And I hope to be hearing from all of you soon. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.